Hello there, Kyle. We need to discuss something that's very important. It's to do with what time you're showing up to work. I should really talk about this with you in person, but you're not cooperating. You do realize that recently you've been showing up late to work, right? For example, today you showed up to work more than 30 minutes after you're supposed to clock in.
Huh? Who the heck is this? Why are you messaging me right now? I don't need some middle-aged person dictating to me through messages. What do you want?
Who is this? Are you seriously starting the conversation in this manner? It's me, Gerard. I'm the one who's in charge of your training here at work.
Oh, right, it's you. Huh? You're the Gerard who thinks it's funny to suck up to younger employees since you don't know how to get further in this company, right? I remember you now. You're the person who always fails when you go to show even just a little bit of human decency. You're not the greatest person to deal with, unfortunately.
Excuse me? How dare you talk to me like this when I'm in a higher position than you? You can't just be so cruel to someone when you're the one in the wrong. How dare you even think of speaking to your boss in such a way? You're not going to get far with that kind of language that you're using here. Look, I don't care how you speak to me.
So what's wrong with the way I word things, Gerard? Why don't you tell me? Are you really trying to tell me to use formal language with my boss? When were you born? In the Dark Ages or something? You've got an old set of values, don't you, Gerard?
To me, but as a salesperson, you need to learn how to effectively communicate with people outside of the company. It's not a good look if you start a conversation like this to a business partner or someone similar. If you're rude to them, you'll be hurting the company's reputation. No, I'm not
What are you talking about, old man? Are you seriously lecturing me about the way I talk right now? This is a joke, right? Must you do this?
Not lecturing you, but you need to learn how to talk to people in a formal and friendly manner. I guess I'm just trying to give you a little bit of advice so nothing bad happens.
Well, from the sounds of it, it reminds me of someone preaching what they think is true. What they think is right. You do know what's going to happen to you if you continue to frustrate me, right?
Excuse me? What did you just say to me? Are you really doing this again, Kyle? You do realize you don't have the right to threaten people, correct? It's wrong.
Right? Well, you must know that I'm the son of the manager, right? It's hard to forget something like that, Gerard. If I tell my father about this, he can easily just fire you and you'd be out of a job. If you're going to continue to lecture me about the importance of being friendly or whatever, you can count on that happening to you. Please keep that in mind, okay?
And you must know that just because your father is the manager doesn't mean you get to treat people like this and get away with anything you please, right?
If that's your way of thinking, Gerard, why don't you try pushing me to the limit and see what the outcome will be? You know, I recently received inappropriate advice from Gerard. You know, the person in charge of my training? Something needs to be done about his attitude and the way he talks to people lower than him. I really wonder what'll happen to you if I say something like that to my father. You and your career will be finished in this town. You wouldn't be able to work here ever again. I don't care what you say.
I don't understand why you must be like this. I don't think what I'm telling you is inappropriate advice. I'm just trying to do my job and you're making it very difficult.
What you say? I'm just trying to be realistic since I don't want to be bossed around by some old fart like you anymore. I can do what I want here. What matters is what people think of the situation, right? During my training period, you try to instill a serious and over-the-top strict character in me. This isn't what the company is about. I feel like there would be a few people in this company that would believe anything I say to them. Don't you think too? I've got a lot of influence, you know.
Don't you realize how wrong you're being right now? This isn't fair, and you shouldn't be allowed to get away with anything you do. Stop playing dirty.
Well, that's all up to you, Gerard. Do you want to lose your job or not? What are you going to do about this situation? You're not going to go to my dad, are you? Gerard, you got a family, don't you? Rely on you for the salary you earn, right? You'd be in a lot of trouble if you got fired, correct? Don't let it happen, then.
Okay, I get it. I see what you're trying to do, but you shouldn't be allowed to get away with this. But go ahead, Kyle. Do whatever you like. I really don't care anymore.
That's fine, but just don't complain every time I do something, all right? Or you'll regret confronting me. I get there's no point teasing me about this to my dad anymore. But who knows? I still might tell him what I'm dealing with when it comes to all the idiots that he's hired at this company. No one has the right to boss me around. My father's currently on a business trip overseas, but I'm sure that he'll believe his son more than an employee. My version of events are more accurate than yours.
You've got to be kidding me, Kyle. I don't need this crap. Just please drop it. I just told you do whatever you like. Just stop dragging me down. I'm so exhausted. Hey, Kyle. Are you going to reply to me or what? What the heck is going on right now? You've got a lot of explaining to do, and I need to hear it right now. Why are you screwing up everything for me? The project with the confectionery company was my plan. Didn't you know that? I can't believe what's happening.
Wait, what? What are you talking about, Gerard? It was your plan, but I'm pretty sure that it'll work better if I do it. The person in charge of the offer group has been informed about the change in personnel. So, what's the big deal, Gerard? Why are you overreacting? If you didn't get what I just said to you, I'll get it to you straight. Because of this, you're no longer involved in this project. Do you understand?
Just hang on a minute there, okay, Kyle? So you've convinced the other party that you're taking over? Are you kidding me right now, Kyle? The offer is done?
Of course I did. It's all because I mentioned my father's name. I told you I've got a lot of influence in this industry. Why didn't you believe me?
Huh? What do you mean you mentioned your father's name? But the manager doesn't know anything about this deal yet, right? He's not even involved with the project.
Well, there's no way that he'd know about this since he's on a business trip overseas, but who cares, all right? But if he were here, he'd definitely go for it. The project with the confectionery company should have been left up to me, Gerard. You're stupid to think that you were going to handle it on your own. Like, I love sweets, and I'm sure a lot of people, including our clients, love them also. I know exactly what the customers want, so shut up.
What on earth are you talking about? You've got no idea how to do this job. That's why I'm trying my best to train you, but you don't listen to me. This isn't a job where you can just do well just because you like sweets. That's not how it works, Kyle. This project takes up a lot of resources and budget. If it fails...
If something like that were to happen, then I'll handle it. I'm the planner of the project and I know what to do. All you are is the person that's in charge of my education here, right?
You can't just do whatever you like without getting my opinion of it first, because this will reflect badly on me as well. You need to cut the stupidity out, Kyle.
What's your problem? Why are you being so rude to me? Don't you know who I am? How dare you speak so low to me when I've got so much power right now? A guy that turns around and talks to his subordinates like this, just a monster who needs to be thrown into the flames. You're on thin ice with me, old man. Do I need to go and tell my father what you just said to me? I'll spread the word about what you told me throughout all the departments. Would you like that?
Must you really threaten people like this? You shouldn't be allowed to treat people like this, Kyle. It's cruel and it makes people stressed. It's not very nice at all.
How about you just shut up then? Don't every single time I try to do something, all right? You'll end up in a lot of trouble if you continue to do that to me. On that note, I better get back to sorting out this plan. But of course, if it were to fail, I can drop all the blame on your shoulders. But I'm so talented that there's no way this will fail when I'm in charge. It'll be so successful, and I can't wait to laugh in your face about it after it's finished. Gerard, are you there? I just wanted to check in with you to make sure everything is going okay. But are you alright? You look exhausted, dude. To be honest, you don't look very well at all. I'm getting a little bit worried about the conditions you're dealing with right now. Did something happen?
Hi there, Miles. I've been dealing with a lot these past few days, and I don't know how much more I can take when it comes to Kyle. He's making my job miserable.
No, are you talking about Kyle Jr.? I've been told that he's got a reputation for being a very serious worker. Well, at first I was told that he was a shining light of this company. And you know, of course, if our boss is saying that, it must be a big deal. But then I heard that you got assigned to teach him the ropes, am I right?
Unfortunately, yes. I don't know who thought that I'd be the best person when it came to teaching Kyle Jr. about the things at work. It's just so hard to deal with.
You're not feeling a bit jealous because you're seeing the way he works. He may be young, but he's got a bit of talent built in him already. However, I've heard that he's been going out before he shows up to work, right? That's why he's been showing up to work late. It's a bit crazy. For being the manager's son, he's not always the smartest person in the room. It seems like he can't do things like us other workers do.
Right, yeah. He's such a handful to deal with. It's exhausting. He's not the excellent employee that everyone makes him out to be, Miles. It's all lies. He always put a nice face on at work to the other employees, but he shows up so late all the time. He was also looking at his phone the entire time I was training him.
Oh crap, really? That's not on. If you're hired to do a job like this, the least anyone can do is actually listen to the person who's teaching you the important things about the job. I mean, I'm not one to judge too much, but from the few times that I've met him, he was a really nice guy and he can talk your ear off. It's hard to shut him up.
Well, you need to take a look at this, Miles. This is a screenshot of the conversation him and I had not so long ago. Also, for me showing you this, don't tell anyone, alright?
Huh? You don't want me to tell anyone? Okay, that's fine. Surely it's not as bad as you think. Maybe he's just stressed out and just wants to be left alone or something. But yeah, I'll look at it. I'll take a look at it. What is this, Gerard? No way. Is it actually Kyle Jr. sending these kinds of messages to you? That's kind of insane. Wow. No wonder you're stressed.
Yeah, that's right. It's really him. This is how he always treats me, and I'm so sick of it. I feel like I'm always walking on eggshells around him. I hate it. But to relieve the stress that I'm taking on when it comes to him, I'm just trying to put a smile on my face around the other people in the office. I just hate dealing with him. He told me that whenever he has to deal with me, he thinks that I'm sucking up to everyone so that everyone's on my side. I didn't know what to say to that.
Well, I can understand why you might be trying to get along with everyone considering there's a lot of younger employees here. Gerard, you shouldn't be having to deal with this on your own. This guy's actually crazy. This is basically harassment. Why don't you report it to the manager?
There's absolutely no way that I would do something like that, Miles. My job really would be over then. I'd basically be going to his family about how he's behaving. I don't want to stir up any trouble, and if I end up making an enemy of the manager like he says might happen, it could be all over for me.
Have you literally been carrying all of this weight by yourself? That's not a healthy thing to do. Something needs to happen to Kyle Jr. for this. But I'm really shocked to see that he's actually been treating you like this. This isn't good enough, and he's got no right to do this. I just don't understand why.
Also, he turned around and stole the project that I was in charge of. The confectionery one. I'm really worried, because if he fails, everything will fall on me.
No way. He actually did that? Who does something like that? That's really such a shame. I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry, Gerard. I feel so bad for you. Of course, I'll take some of the blame too.
Huh? But why would you go and do something like that for? You're just going to get yourself into trouble as well. You can't just do that, Miles.
Look, don't worry about it. You know that I'm getting married soon, right? I'm done with it all. My fiancé and I were talking about moving to her hometown together.
That, Miles? Oh. You're thinking about doing that? That means that you'd actually be fine in doing this. I really don't know if this is a good idea, Miles. Will you quit then?
Yeah, that's right. I'm planning to quit my job at the company. My wife's family home is on a farm and I want to help out with that. It's going to be good to live a more quiet life. After hearing what you've been dealing with in your job, it's made me more tired about being some office worker who's stuck at a desk more or less all day.
Oh, is that so? Oh, I didn't expect to hear this news from you. I'm so sad to hear that you're going to leave. You've been my closest friend in this place.
Yeah, I know. I'm sad about it too, but I'll only be in the neighboring state, so if you want to meet up, we can still do that easily. Please, come and visit us on the farm, Gerard. Well, now that I think about it more deeply, I've got no regrets about leaving this company. So I'll report what he's doing to the manager. That means you don't have to. Even if the manager turns around and fires me in order for me to keep my mouth shut, I really don't care. At least I'll be free and you won't be in trouble.
You know, Miles, you're a really great friend, and I can't thank you enough for doing this. It's going to be so hard not seeing you here in the office every day.
Me too, man. I'll miss you, but I'll do this for you. It's the least I can do for you. Since you're going through so much crap already, just sit tight and I'll deal with it. So unbelievably relaxing. I didn't want to come back home. That Samoan vacation was so fun. You should go there sometime. However, I got so annoyed with how many times you called me. It was repeating the same thing every day over and over again. Why must you bug me?
What the heck are you talking about, Kyle? Would you stop messing around? What on earth are you playing at? Taking 30 days off in a row.
Oh, shut up, would you, Gerard? I wanted to rest from work, so I took a break. What's the big deal in that? I deserve a vacation away to somewhere tropical. But I kept getting all these phone calls from you and other people, so I just decided to turn my phone off so I wouldn't be bothered.
How could you leave at a time like this? You're the one in charge of the project with the confectionery company. What happened to that, Kyle? If you just let it fall to pieces, it's going to be a huge failure. Do you have any idea what's going to happen because of that occurring? This is your fault.
What the heck is your problem, man? You're so uptight, it's annoying. I told you to hold your horses when it came to that, all right? Don't you worry your stupid little head about a thing anymore. I'll be back at work tomorrow and everything will be like it was before I even went on vacation, okay?
Why on earth are you always like this? Especially when you talk to me. You think of nobody but yourself when you shouldn't be doing that in a company like this.
What are you talking about, old man? Who are you calling selfish? Seriously, what's wrong with you? Is it that bad to go to Samoa for 30 days after being trained? You know that if you keep complaining about what I do rather than focus on your own work, I'll tell my father and he'll get you fired, okay? Don't you get that?
But aren't you the one who's being fired right now? You're already fired, Kyle, and you've got no right to threaten me anymore. Your father has also agreed to doing this.
What on earth are you talking about? Are you trying to pull some practical joke on me because it's not going to work? I don't get what you mean by me getting fired. If all this is true, then why are you bothering to contact me? It's not your job to give me this information at all, so why should I believe anything you say, old man?
I guess you turned off your phone as you were getting some unwanted calls from all sorts of people, am I right? It wasn't just only me contacting you, Kyle.
Oh, crap. You might actually be right about that. This isn't good. This can't be happening right now. No way they were calling me to tell me that. Oh my God, my father! He's the one who's been calling me and he's done so many times already. I thought it was you who was calling me, so that's why I ignored everything.
I don't know how you can just ignore everyone contacting you for a whole month, Kyle. It's pretty rude of you to do something like that, especially at this company. Well, I guess it's too late for you to try and change anything, since you never replied or called back to your father. He's going to be so disappointed in you, Kyle. Even if you were to come by the office right now, there'd be no seat for you to sit in and play games on your phone. It's going to be so nice not training you anymore.
Ha! You think you're so funny, Gerard, but you're not. You're lazy, and I don't believe any of this crap you're saying. There's no point in trying to kick me out of the company. I've been nothing but an excellent and honest employee, and everyone loves me in this office. There's no way that anyone would agree to this. I can bring big new business into the company, and we can sign way more contracts if I'm doing all the work. Then our profit margins would be through the roof.
Are you still going on about how much of a good guy you are? Really? You see, a lot has changed in the last 30 days. You've got no idea what's truly going on. The employees' perceptions of you have also completely changed. You're not the nice guy that you portrayed to be at all. You're nothing but a manipulating douchebag.
How dare you talk to me like this? You'll pay for this once I get back to the office. How can their perceptions of me change when I've been nice to everyone this whole time?
I'm talking about your disguise, Kyle. I've peeled it off you to reveal who you really are, you idiot. There's no one here who likes you anymore.
Is there such a thing as doing that to someone, Gerard? Or are you trying to make yourself look better than me? My popularity within the company was amazing. There's no way that I was weakened to being so hated in just under 30 days. It's just not possible. I want to see it for my own eyes. You can't stop me coming in.
What the heck are you talking about, Kyle? What could you possibly do to change their minds? There's nothing you can do. Nobody wants you here.
Hey, Gerard! Pick up your phone, you stupid old man. I'm trying to talk to you. You need to come down to the ground floor for a moment. Even though I showed my employee ID card to the security guard, he still wouldn't let me pass the entrance to the elevators. Help me out here now.
Didn't I tell you before? Isn't it sinking into that thick brain of yours, Kyle? You've been fired, so of course your employee ID isn't going to work. The security guards have been told that they're not going to let you into the office anymore, so I wouldn't try forcing your way in if I were you. They're a lot bigger than you.
Are you kidding me right now? Have I seriously been fired? This is ludicrous. I can't accept this. I'm supposed to work here. You have no idea what I'll do to you now. You've messed with me too much. This will be the end of you for sure. You've made an enemy with my father. He won't let this happen to his own son.
You're wrong about that. The manager has actually agreed to your dismissal after everything was explained to him. You've messed up pretty badly, Kyle. There's evidence supporting your problematic behavior, and someone within the company has delivered it to the manager. So it looks like you're done, Kyle.
Can't be happening right now. Are you actually kidding me, Gerard? This is all your fault, isn't it? How dare you do this to me when I've worked so hard?
No, you're wrong about me as well. I didn't say a word to the manager about this, but I'm really glad that I no longer have to deal with your threats anymore. It's a relief, honestly. The manager got so mad about what his own son had been doing to the other employees in his company, so he rushed back to the United States to apologize to us. He felt so ashamed that he even had to consider doing this to someone from his own family, but if someone says anything like you did, then they are to be fired. It makes sense for him to do something like this, because he is a good guy, unlike you. He's an honest and caring boss, and wants us to feel safe in our office.
Are you seriously kidding me right now? He actually told you all that at some meeting or something? I can't believe that he would humiliate me in this way. I hate it. Are you messing with me right now, Gerard? Is this how you're getting back at me for not listening to you during the training? It was so boring. Tell me what's going on now.
Oh, there's no way that you should be mentioning your father like this, Kyle. How can you say something so flat about him when he's doing his best to run this company? I've already gone over this with you, and you're the one not understanding what I'm saying. You've been fired, so you need to let it actually sink in.
No way. There's no way I'm letting this happen to me just because of some old man that didn't like what I had to say to him. You've ruined everything for me. How could you do such a thing to someone with so much potential, you horrible man? Is my father there in his office? Is my father there in his office? I had no idea he was even back in the country. How could he actually just get on a plane and hurry back here to do something like this to me? It doesn't make any sense. If he's there, I want to meet and talk with him.
Well, that's going to be impossible for you, Kyle. Your ID isn't valid anymore. As someone who's been fired, there's no way you're allowed into the building.
This doesn't make sense. You should be allowed to talk to your own father no matter what. I'm the son of the manager, for goodness sake. Let me come up. Huh? What? Hello there, Kyle. I see that you're in a bit of distress right now, is that correct? Oh, by the way, it's Miles that's messaging you. I'm sure you think it's a good idea to force your way in. But it really is best if you don't do something like that. It seems like the manager is very upset right now, so it's best to leave him alone, okay? It's you, Miles. Please, you've got this all wrong. All the employees do. Please listen to what I've got to say and you'll understand everything. Huh? What are you talking about, Kyle? What am I listening for exactly? I've got a lot to do, so please make this quick, okay? What do you want to say? My conversation with Gerard seems to be floating around the office, and I didn't know how that's happened. He's screwing me over for no reason at all. It's a complete lie, alright? It's a whole fabrication that he's made up in his mind, and everyone seems to be believing him, including my father. What do you mean it's a fabrication? That honestly can't be true, right? Gerard is a good man and a hard worker. He wouldn't do anything like that. Well, I'm telling you it's true, Miles. I've got no recollection of sending any kind of message to him about what kind of person he's claiming me to be. I respect Gerard so much because he's trying to teach me how things are run in the company. There's no reason for me to use words like that at all. Okay, I see what you mean now. So you think that Gerard fabricated the whole conversation and started talking about it to everyone in the office? Well, no, that's not necessarily the case. I'm sure maybe someone else has fabricated this to pull a prank on me. Because maybe Gerard isn't the kind of person to do something like this. Well, I'm not surprised that you turned around and said something like that. After all, you know how to make yourself look good. That's how everyone got fooled. What the heck is that supposed to mean, Miles? I say nice things to make myself look good? I don't understand. I say them because I'm a nice person. I'm not trying to make myself look like anything. I would like to remain humble and grow as a member of society. What's wrong with doing that, huh? But are you a humble person though, Kyle? I'm not interviewing you. I'm just trying to talk normally with you. Did you really think you could brainwash people, Kyle? You took all this stress that you were feeling because you couldn't take it and practically dumped it all into Gerard, is that correct? Why would you do this to a guy like him? He's got a family, and although he seems dignified, he's a bit small-minded. He tries to not go against the people and puts the blame on himself, which he should never do. But even when he makes an accusation, the people around him never believe him, so it's hard for him to speak up things like this, especially to the manager. Well, that's why I'm so relieved that he didn't say anything about me. I don't wear a mask with people or anything. I'm my true self around the office. I don't recall having said anything inappropriate to Gerard. I've never been anything but nice to the guy. I wouldn't do anything to jeopardize his job either. Huh? Is that so? It's better late than never to tell you that I'm the one who distributed the message you sent to him out to the rest of the people in the office. Well, Gerard... Wait a minute, what? You did what? Are you kidding me right now? Miles, why would you do something insane like that to me for? Explain yourself right now. Well, Gerard came to me about how you were talking to him. So we had a little chat and I thought I'd do something about it since he could end up in trouble. I was planning on quitting my job soon, so I didn't care if I got fired. That would have been the worst outcome, but it would have been okay for me. I didn't think that our manager would be the kind of person to favor his own son over his employees, so I accepted the job of taking you down. You've got to be joking, man. How could you do this to me? After how nicely I've treated you? You should be ashamed of yourself. You just can't do something like that to me. I'm the manager's son. You need to go back and convince him that I said none of those things. You need to... Kyle, you're not going to get anywhere in life if you're going to keep threatening people whenever you feel like. The world doesn't work that way. Besides, your father is teaching you a lesson by firing you. He's basically saying you can't treat people badly in a company or in society for that matter. You can try to take me down, but it's too late. You've been fired and you deserve that coming to you. I hope that you'll learn your lesson and be nicer to people in the future.
After that twisted ending, Kyle was indeed fired from his father's company and was also disowned by his family for being so horrible towards his father's employees. He wandered about the office district in a suit, aimlessly. When it came to the matter of the confectionery company, the compensation was claimed for the office break-in, and it was a considerable amount. At a young age, Kyle became homeless, unemployed, and full of debt. He's now moved to a new place and is living quietly there. Let's hope he reflects on what has happened so far and doesn't try again to sabotage people. The manager retired from his company to take on the responsibility of the incident that occurred. The company is currently working under a new system. As for Gerard, he's still working as a trainer, working with new employees. Up until now, he's been trying to exude dignity, but thanks to his friend Miles, he's able to approach people in a way that shows who he is. His colleague relationships are improving because of this. Maybe now he's sucking up to people in the right way. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.
Hey Rachel, about the Moms Club you mentioned. Finally, I was wondering when you'd message me about it. All the other moms are already members. You're missing out on so much. Actually, I have some questions first. Of course, ask away. We're very selective about membership. But since you're new in town, I'll make an exception. I heard there's a monthly fee? Yes, there are dues. But think of it as an investment in your family's future. Most members say it's the best decision they've ever made. That seems a bit extreme for a mom's group. What exactly do the fees cover? Look, joining our Moms Club means protection in this town. With a daughter, you should care about safety. Protection? What do you mean by that? I understand being careful, but what does that have to do with a membership for Moms Club? You're new here, Sarah. You don't know how things work in this town. Bad things happen to people who aren't connected. Are you saying something might happen if I don't join? Simple. Join my group and we'll keep you safe. That's what the membership fee and monthly dues are for. Keep me safe? I don't understand. Listen, you've probably heard this already, but I was born into a mob family, only daughter. Got deep connections in the underworld. Wouldn't you want someone like that on your side? About those connections, how exactly would they help club members? Let's just say problems have a way of disappearing. Whether it's trouble at school, work, or anywhere else. We take care of our own. I mean, you've told me this several times, but I'm not interested in any underworld connections. You should reconsider. Most new members are hesitant at first, but they all come around eventually. Some just need more convincing than others. Is that a threat? So you're fine putting yourself in danger then? And not just yourself, your daughter too. Hold on. Are you threatening me? Threats? Me? I would never. I'm offering you protection. Big difference. Protection from what exactly? Nothing bad has happened since we moved here. It's not a threat. Just saying you could have safety for a small price. If you don't want it, guess you don't care what happens to you. But would you personally be watching over us? If you're guaranteeing safety, that would be the first requirement, right? What kind of question is that? You think I have nothing better to do? That's what we have people for.
What people exactly? I haven't seen anyone.
What's that supposed to mean? How needy can you be? I don't have time for that.
Then you can't guarantee our safety, can you? What if something happens when you're not around?
Just call the police then.
Exactly my point. If we'd end up calling the police anyway.
The police aren't always enough. Sometimes you need additional help.
Then there's no reason to pay you, is there? Please stop trying to recruit me.
You're making a big mistake. Everyone else understands how things work here. Why are you being so difficult?
I just don't see the point. This whole thing seems unnecessary.
What's with that attitude? I'm being nice here. Most people would kill for this opportunity.
I can protect myself and my daughter. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, really? Is that what you thought when your marriage fell apart? When you had to leave your big city life?
That's completely unrelated. And none of your business.
Pretty bold for someone who got dumped by her husband in NYC and had to crawl back home. You're making an enemy of me? Good luck with that.
Using my divorce to pressure me? That's low, Rachel.
Just stating facts. You're clearly not great at making good decisions. I'm trying to help you avoid another mistake.
Now you're definitely threatening me. Did you threaten all the other moms like this to get them to join?
Threatening? Please. I'm just having a friendly chat. Warning a friend about potential dangers.
We're not friends. And I don't appreciate these warnings. It just sounds like a threat to me.
It's not a threat. You're so paranoid. Oh, my parents might want to have a chat with you, BTW. Just FYI.
Is that another threat?
Huh? My parents just want to meet the new mom in town. Why so suspicious?
Because normal parents don't have chats with people who refuse to join clubs.
How is saying hello a threat? You're not making any sense. Besides, mobsters are sweet people to me.
Listen, I know what you're doing.
What am I doing? Enlighten me.
You're using fear to control people. It's not going to work on me.
It's not a threat at all. But suit yourself. Don't come crying to me when things get rough.
Is that what happened to Jessica's car last week? When she initially refused to join?
No idea what you're talking about. But funny how she joined right after, isn't it? Smart woman, that Jessica.
This conversation is over. Don't contact me about the club again.
You'll regret this. Everyone who stands against the family regrets it eventually. Sweet dreams, Sarah.
Goodbye, Rachel.
Hi, Sarah. I'm looking to make a reservation at your grandfather's restaurant sometime soon.
A reservation? At my grandfather's restaurant?
Yeah, I heard about it. That Diner Thompson's. Your grandfather owns it, right? And you work there too. Just curious about the food.
Since when are you interested in our restaurant? You've never mentioned it before.
What? I can't try new places? Heard great things about it. The locals really seem to love it.
But 50 people? I'm not sure we can fit that many.
Come on, it's not that many. Didn't the high school have their reunion there last month? That was way more than 50.
That was different. We had weeks to prepare. This is such short notice.
Don't you have a banquet room upstairs? Just make it a private event.
Yes, but that room needs advance booking. We usually reserve it weeks ahead.
So make an exception. It's just one night.
Friday nights are usually busy with regulars, though. I'll have to check with my grandfather.
Regulars? You'd rather serve a handful of regulars than host our group? That's not very business savvy.
Our regulars are important to us. They've supported us for years.
I see how it is. Trying to exclude me because of our little disagreement. Real mature. I'm trying to be friendly here.
No, that's not what I meant. It's just about proper planning.
Planning? What's there to plan? We show up, we eat, we pay. Simple.
It's not that simple with large groups. We need to prepare staff, ingredients.
Then what's the problem? Just let us reserve it. 50 moms from the club will come. You'll get some regulars out of it.
All 50 members are confirmed? That's a lot of coordination.
I'm their leader. If I say they're coming, they're coming. Trust me.
Could you send me the final head count by tomorrow? And any dietary restrictions?
Why so many questions? Just block off the space. We'll sort out the details later.
These details matter for preparation. But okay.
See, was that so hard? This could be the start of a beautiful friendship.
Okay. I'll ask my grandfather.
Perfect. And Sarah? Smart choice. Cooperation makes everything easier.
Is that another threat?
There you go again. Always so defensive. Can't I just be happy we're working together? Thanks. Looking forward to it. Make sure everything's perfect. You know how particular I can be.
All right. I'll do my best.
Oh, and Sarah, this could be good for business. If everything goes well, maybe we can make it a regular thing.
Let's see how this one goes first.
Of course, of course. But think about the possibilities. 50 loyal customers. Or 50 people who never come back. Just something to consider.
I need to go talk to my grandfather now.
Give him my regards. Tell him we're excited to try his famous cooking. Looking forward to Friday.
This Rachel woman, isn't she the one causing trouble in town? Using mob connections to squeeze money out of people?
Grandpa, how did you hear about that?
Small town. News travels fast. Especially bad news.
Yeah, but I'm scared what she might do if we refuse.
To my restaurant? To you? Let her try.
Please don't make this worse. I just want to handle this peacefully.
Tell me everything. What exactly did she say to you?
She's been threatening people, making them join her mom's club, charging fees for protection.
Protection? From what?
That's just it. There's no real threat. She just implies bad things will happen.
Like a protection racket? In my town? She's got nerve.
I knew you'd be angry. That's why I hesitated to tell you.
How long has this been going on? Why didn't you tell me sooner?
I thought I could handle it. Didn't want you to worry.
Sarah, you know better than that. We're family.
I know. But you always get so protective.
Of course I do. You're my granddaughter. No one messes with my family.
That's exactly what I was worried about. Your blood pressure.
My blood pressure is fine. Tell me more about this reservation.
50 people. This Friday. She's basically forcing her whole club to come.
Well, I don't mind letting them reserve the place. 50 people in one night, that's great for business. Times have been slow lately.
Really? You're okay with this?
Why wouldn't I be? Money's money. Besides, might be interesting.
Grandpa, what are you planning?
Planning? Nothing. Just business.
I know that tone. You're up to something.
Hey, don't worry. Leave it to me. You can just focus on your work. Stay in the kitchen if you want. I'll handle the service.
No, I'll do my part. I came back home to work at the restaurant. I'm not hiding.
Just like your grandmother. Never back down from anything.
Don't change the subject. Promise me you won't do anything rash.
You haven't changed at all. Makes me happy. Your grandma would be proud.
Grandpa, you're still avoiding the question.
What question? I'm just running my restaurant, serving customers. Nothing wrong with that.
Thanks. I'll do my best. Just promise me, Grandpa, let's handle it peacefully.
Sure. Of course. That goes without saying.
Why don't I believe you? You've got that sound in your texts.
A sound in my texts? Now you're just making things up.
You know what I mean. That tone you get when you're plotting something.
Hey, plot? I'm just a simple restaurant owner making an honest living.
Right. Sorry. That was obvious. It's just, you always used to say, anyone who hurts me will suffer the torments of hell.
Yeah. That's still true. Anyone hurts you, they're going straight to hell. That's a given.
See, that's exactly what worries me. We need to stay professional about this.
I am professional. Very professional. By the way, which family did she say she's with?
Grandpa, don't start investigating.
Just curious. Professional curiosity.
Think she mentioned something about the Shark family?
Shark family? Never heard of them.
Of course you haven't. Because she's making it up. She's just a bully.
A bully threatening my granddaughter? In my town? Interesting.
Please don't make that face.
What face? You can't even see my face.
I know exactly what face you're making. That calculating look. When you're planning something.
Sarah, trust your grandfather. When have I ever let you down?
Never. That's not the point. I just don't want trouble.
No trouble. Just dinner service. Regular Friday night.
Promise? No scary old friends showing up. No coincidental meetings.
Would I do that? In my own restaurant?
Yes, you absolutely would. Remember Jimmy's birthday party?
That was different. He deserved it. Nobody hits on my granddaughter like that.
I was 22. I could handle it myself.
And you did beautifully. The pitcher of water was a nice touch.
Can we focus? About Friday.
Right, Friday. Just dinner, nothing else.
Why don't I believe you?
Because you're smart. Just like your grandmother. She never believed me either.
That's not reassuring. At all.
Trust me. Everything will be fine. Unless
what?
Unless she tries something. Then all bets are off.
Grandpa!
What? Just being honest. Like you always tell me to be.
That's not what I meant by honesty. And you know it.
Fine. I'll behave. Mostly.
Mostly isn't good enough. We need to be professional. No matter what she does.
Even if she causes trouble? You want me to just watch?
Yes. That's exactly what I want. Let me handle it.
You're asking a lot. But okay. For you.
Thank you. I mean it.
But if she hurts you...
She won't. She's all talk.
People who are all talk, sometimes they're the most dangerous. They have something to prove.
I can handle it. Trust me.
I do trust you. It's her I don't trust. Just be careful.
I will. Now, can we plan the menu? Like normal people?
Normal is overrated. But okay. Let's talk menu. What's our budget?
She didn't mention one. Just said to make it perfect.
Perfect, huh? We can do perfect. Very, very perfect.
That tone again.
What tone? Just planning the menu like you asked. Being professional.
Right. Professional. Like a normal restaurant owner.
Exactly. Normal restaurant owner. Nothing more, nothing less.
Why does that sound threatening? Even though you're agreeing with me?
Just your imagination. Now about that menu. Should we break out the good stuff?
Define good stuff.
You know, the expensive ingredients, and since budget isn't an issue.
Grandpa.
What? Just being professional, high-end service for our valued customers.
Sometimes I don't know why I try.
Because you love me. Now about Friday. Trust your grandfather. Everything will be fine.
The reservation time has passed. We prepared for 50 people and we're waiting.
Oh yeah, we're not coming. Canceling the 50-person reservation.
Wait, you can't be serious.
What's the problem? Plans change. Deal with it.
Hold on. You can't just cancel like this. That's terrible.
Hello? We're the customers here. Customers can do what they want. Something came up. Can't help it.
You made us turn away our regular customers. We specially ordered ingredients. The staff came in early to prepare.
Not my problem. That's the risk of running a business. Should have asked for a deposit.
But you could have at least let us know earlier.
I told you it was last minute. Can't help it. I'm busy too, you know. Got more important things to deal with.
Like what? What could be so important that you cancel on 50 people?
Watch your tone. You're getting a bit demanding for someone who needs to stay on my good side.
But surely some people can still come. Even if the numbers change, that's fine. At least.
Are you questioning my authority? The club moves as one. That's how we operate.
This isn't about authority. It's about basic courtesy.
What's the point of a mom's club meeting without the leader? A ship can't sail without its captain. No one comes if I don't come.
I don't know what you're talking about, but we prepared food for 50 people. And we reserved the whole place. This is a huge loss.
Sounds like poor business planning to me. Maybe you should learn to manage your restaurant better. Not my fault you can't handle cancellations.
You did this on purpose, didn't you?
Prove it. Maybe I just had better plans come up. Maybe your restaurant just isn't worth my time.
Well, that's the risk you take running a restaurant. Don't blame customers when your business fails. This is just harassment. You're trying to hurt our business.
Harassment? Big word for a simple cancellation. Be careful throwing accusations around.
I know what you're doing. This is about me refusing to join your club.
Still complaining? Got a problem with the daughter of a mobster? Come say it at our office then. If you're brave enough.
Your office? You mean your parents' basement?
Watch it. You're crossing a line. Remember who you're talking to.
Oh no. Wait, Rachel, where are you right now?
Why should I tell you that? Planning something? Trying to cause trouble?
Get out of there right now. Wherever you are. Just go.
What? Are you threatening me now? That's hilarious.
Please, just listen to me. You need to leave.
You've lost it. All this over a canceled reservation? Pathetic.
Doesn't matter where you are. You need to leave. Go somewhere public.
What are you talking about? Trying to scare me? Like that would work on me.
This isn't a game, Rachel. I'm trying to help you. Please listen.
Help me? That's rich. You're the one who needs help.
It'll be too late once something happens. Go somewhere public. If you're already in public, stay there. Don't go anywhere private.
Are you having a breakdown? Should I call someone? Maybe your grandfather? Oh, wait. What's going on? If you're going to say stuff like that, explain why.
My grandfather disappeared. After seeing our texts, and...
So what? Old man went for a walk. Big deal.
You don't understand. He's not answering his phone. He never does this.
This makes no sense. Why should I run just because your grandfather vanished? Getting senile in his old age?
Grandpa gets terrifying when he's angry. You never know what he might do. Please, just listen to me.
Oh, so Gramps went looking for me? Please, like I'd be scared of some old man. I'll teach him a lesson if he shows up.
No, don't! That's exactly what you shouldn't do. Just stay somewhere public and keep quiet. I'll try to talk him down.
Talk him down? From what? What's he gonna do? Bore me with old stories?
You have no idea. Just please listen. For once.
Sweet of you to worry, but mind your own business. Can't look weak in front of my people. Bad for my image.
This isn't about image. This is about your safety.
My safety? From a restaurant owner? That's hilarious.
I'm not worried about you. I just don't want my grandfather becoming a criminal. Not again.
Again? What's that supposed to mean? Need I remind you again? My family's in the mob. Your grandfather's still coming after knowing that? He must be stupider than I thought.
Rachel, we both know your family isn't in the mob. Keeping up this act just makes you look stupid. And it's going to get you hurt.
Excuse me? Say that again. I dare you.
Drop the act. It's not too late. Just apologize and leave town.
You really want to make an enemy of me, huh? Time to show you what the mob is really like. You asked for this.
Whatever. This is pointless. I tried to warn you.
Warn me? About your harmless old grandpa? What's he gonna do? Hit me with his walker?
Don't say I didn't try to help. Whatever happens now is on you.
Nothing's going to happen. Ben, except maybe to your precious restaurant. Accidents happen, you know.
Last chance, Rachel. Are you somewhere safe? Public.
Safe from what? Your grandfather's denture cream? This is getting boring.
I tried. Remember that. I really tried to help you. Grandpa, I keep calling you. I know you're busy, but please don't go after her.
What are you saying? I told you, anyone who hurts you goes to hell. I don't go back on my word, I follow through.
Please think about this. She's not worth it.
Everything you built, it's coming back home. Starting over. She tried to ruin it all.
And what if you get arrested? Besides, she's just one woman. What are you planning?
Of course I won't touch her, but she's throwing her parents' weight around, right? They need to take responsibility. Family business, after all.
Come on, her parents aren't really mobsters. It's all just bluffing. You know that.
What adult pulls middle school pranks like that? Playing pretend gangster in my town?
Well, we found one in this town. Miraculously. And everyone believed her. Because who would think an adult would do something so childish?
So she's a civilian, just making things up? Using my old life to scare people?
Obviously. So don't hurt her. If you hurt her and then find out she's a civilian, that would go against your principles. You always said civilians are off limits.
You're right. Always were the smart one. Got it. Blood rushed to my head there. Just tracked down her parents' place. I'll head back now. Thanks, Sarah.
Good. That's a relief. Promise you're really coming back?
But you know, we prepared 50 meals and reserved the whole place. She's gonna make this right one way or another.
Absolutely. She'll learn her lesson. But those 50 meals won't go to waste. I have an idea.
Huh? How's that? What are you planning?
You might not know this, but Thompson's has official social media accounts. When I posted about what happened, all our regulars said they'd come. They want to support us.
Social media account? What's that? Never mind, tell me later.
Don't worry about the details. Let's just enjoy tonight with our regulars. The people who actually care about us.
Oh, I don't really get it, but sounds good. Let's have some beers and calm down. Hey, you're Rachel? Daughter of the shark family I've never heard of?
Huh? Who are you? How did you get this number?
Sarah's grandfather. Run the diner. Tyler, who came to crash at our place, gave me your number. Had a nice chat with him.
Tyler? What do you mean? What did you do to Tyler?
He's washing dishes in the kitchen. Hiring a worthless thug just to pretend you're connected? That desperate to look tough? Even I know better than to hire Tyler the rat.
Tyler? What's going on? What happened to Tyler? What did you do?
Nothing much. Just had a conversation about his real background, about your little arrangement.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Listen, he's famous around here. Small-time crook doing petty theft and scams. They call him Tyler the Rat. Two-faced guy who plays nice with everyone. He's not mob material. Looks scary, but he's nothing. You paid him, right? Figured the locals would be scared of him?
No, that's not. He's not that kind of man. Tyler came here running from NYC. He told me everything about his past.
Ah, I see. So you're not his employer, you're his lover. He's claiming to be some big shot outlaw who fled the city. Man, Tyler's still got game. But you're just as bad. Getting played by such a small timer.
Who are you really? What do you want?
Used to be in the same line of work as your parents. Well, if this shark family actually existed, which we both know it doesn't.
What? You mean you were...
Show me your family's crest. I might not know the name, but I'll recognize the symbol. Every real family has one. You should know that, being mob royalty and all.
Let me talk to Tyler.
Not happening. Tyler's busy with dishes. Got over 50 customers and they're all eating and drinking for free in your honor.
Free food and drinks? What do you mean?
Well, not exactly free. You're paying the bill. No complaints, right? After that stunt you pulled?
What? This makes no sense. Why should I have to pay? You can't make me.
You made the 50-person reservation, didn't ya? Then canceled last minute like it was nothing. How far you gonna push people before you're satisfied? Did you think there wouldn't be consequences?
No, please.
No what? Please, what? Suddenly not so tough anymore? Where's all that mob talk now?
I didn't mean. I was just.
We got our pride, too. You know what real mobsters do to protect their pride. I'm being nice, saying you just need to pay tonight's bill. Better do as I say while I'm still feeling generous.
Yes, I understand. Thank you. I'll pay.
And I hear you've been leading the local moms, threatening them with mob connections and taking their money. That's really something else. What are you gonna do? About returning everyone's...
I'll return it. All of it. I promise.
Good. Come to the restaurant tomorrow. If you don't show, we'll come to you. My back's been acting up lately. Don't make me walk too far. Bad things happen when my back hurts.
Yes. I'll bring the money. First thing tomorrow.
And make a proper apology to Sarah. Thank her, too. You know, if she hadn't stopped me, who knows what I would have done. I made a vow to send anyone who hurts Sarah straight to hell. Let her off because Sarah asked. Be grateful.
Yes. I'll thank her properly. I'm sorry. So sorry.
But don't ever try this again. My blood's still boiling over how you treated Sarah. Barely keeping it together here. Could snap any moment.
Yes. I'll never do anything like this again. I swear. Please believe me. Hey, I'm here at the restaurant. What is this? Why are there so many people in suits?
Oh, good morning, Rachel. Grandpa made you lunch. You brought the money, right? Might as well eat while you're here.
I brought everything. All the club dues. Everything I owe for last night. Can I just drop it off?
Grandpa insists you stay for lunch. He made it specially for you. Would be rude to refuse.
Who are all these people? They keep staring at me.
Oh, those are Grandpa's old work friends. It's their monthly meeting. But don't let them bother you.
Your grandfather was in the mob, right? These are all...
Yeah, but they all still come to hear his advice. Don't worry about it. Just enjoy your meal. They're mostly retired now. Mostly.
No, everyone's staring at me. I just came to apologize and return the money.
Refusing Grandpa's cooking again? 2 days in a row? He might take that personally.
No. I mean, of course I'll eat. Thank you for the meal.
That's what I thought. Please, eat. Grandpa made his special pasta.
How long are these people staying? They're watching me like hawks. Could I maybe take it to go?
They're angry with you. Using mob connections to threaten civilians and tarnish their reputation. It's considered very disrespectful.
But I didn't know. I never meant...
Don't worry, they won't touch you. Real mobsters don't hurt civilians. Just sit there and feel their anger. That should cure you of any funny ideas.
You didn't have to do this. I already promised I wouldn't. Your grandfather already scared me straight.
What's wrong? Should be fine, right? After all, mobsters are sweet people to you. Isn't that what you said?
Please. I was wrong. So wrong.
Eat your pasta. It's getting cold. Grandpa hates waste.
Yes, of course. It's very good.
Grandpa will be pleased to hear that. He worked hard on the sauce. Special recipe.
Everyone's still watching. How much longer?
Until Grandpa says you can go. Just focus on your meal. And remember this feeling. For the next time you think about playing mobster.
There won't be a next time. I swear. I'm leaving town anyway.
Smart choice. but finish your pasta first. Every last bite. Grandpa's watching too. Afterwards, Rachel left the restaurant pale as a ghost. The incident changed her completely. She became humble and never tried to boss anyone around again. Her affair with Tyler was discovered, leading to a divorce where she lost custody of her kids. She left town and now lives somewhere else quietly. We worried she might start her old tricks in her new location, but that experience seemed to have crushed her spirit entirely. Between paying for 50 people's food and drinks and returning all the money she took from the moms, she's apparently living in poverty now. Too busy surviving to think about pushing people around. As long as she learned her lesson, that's what matters. I'm still running the restaurant with Grandpa. He's still going strong, cooking amazing food every day. By the way, that mob meeting was just an act. Everyone there was just regular customers dressed in black suits. Grandpa is somewhat ashamed of his past and tries to be kind and gentle with everyone now. Well, except anyone who hurts me, of course. He's my beloved grandfather who always has my back.